Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Next Man Up Sports Podcast, where we have average guys sharing their average takes on all professional sports. I'm your host, Matt Russo, and we are officially back on a consistent schedule. We are back. It is permanent. Get ready, strap in for weeks and weeks of content. Boys, how are we doing? Actually, before we get into how we're doing, let's talk about the new app that we're on, SportsMe. Tom, I'm going to send it over to you with that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, so we just came across an amazing app recently called SportsMe. It's incredibly used to give your sports takes, interact with other sports fans, and honestly, highly recommend using it. You can download off the App Store and the Google Store. So honestly, go for it, guys. Great app.
We're going to put the link in the bio.
Yeah, we'll put the links in. Link in the bio of the YouTube video, Twitter, Instagram, all of that gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Next Man Up will be in the link in the description. We are going to kick off the episode with the NFL Week 15. We got a Thursday night game tonight, boys.
The last one of the year.
We
love that.
Last Thursday night game of the year.
And I believe, I haven't even checked, but I believe it is the Raiders and the Chargers.
Sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Raiders and Chargers, yes.
So,
lots of fantasy implications involved.
So a lot of
stuff. Both my leagues.
A lot of stuff. I actually have to see. I might have to play Josh Jacobs against you, Connor.
Shout out to my boy Justin Tucker hitting the game winning and fantasy clinching.
Best kicker to ever live. It's incredible. But let's get into.
Nick already looks stressed. He hasn't even started yet.
So yeah, I mean, I'm ready.
I want Nick. You seem stressed. I'm gonna throw you right under the bus immediately.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's talk Colts. Let's talk Texans. What do you see in that game, and do you see it being heavy scoring? Because the Colts D is probably best in the league.
Wait, Thursday night? No, Thursday night's Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
I'm doing a different matchup now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got out of order. I'm sorry.
So Colts D.
No, I like the Colts.
Colts D are you like the Colts because you like Philip Rivers, but Colts D, are they stopping Deshaun, or are the Texans taking the game? I think the Colts win either way. I think.
Yeah. I think Colts will win. You have Will Fuller serving his suspension. Brandon Cooks is questionable. So I think just the Colts D is going to be too much for Deshaun. I think they're going to put too much pressure on him in the pocket. So I think the Colts take this one.
I would agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Tom, hop in here. Are you in agreement here? Or is there anyone have a different take, or can we move on? Because it seems like we all think the Colts are going to smash it.
No, I think Colts are taking this game, as we've all seen. Texans have had a tough season this year. Play a lot of tough teams. Colts look really good this year. Not a Philip Rivers fan, but I have to give him credit. They look good this year.
He looks great.
Yeah,
he looks fantastic. He looks like a new man. Plus, the Texans are depleted. I mean, I don't even know what that team is. It's in shambles. You don't even have a real head coach. So Colts easy. Philip Rivers easy.
Enough.
And with the way Ty is playing,
he's surging.
Stepped it up. So
he's playing great. It took him a little bit, but he's finally balling out. I'm gonna get Sean in here. We're gonna talk his favorite team for a second, because it has not been a good couple of weeks for the Steelers. It's been pretty bad.
As to be expected.
I don't know what you're talking about. We look great out there.
I think
two straight losses.
Yeah.
The foundation.
Wait. So there's the first hot take of we look great. I don't know.
Oh God.
I don't know if we're looking great last. Yeah. But let's look at the Monday matchup that they have against the Bengals. Division game, going to be a close one. We all know division games are usually never a blowout, especially the way the Steelers are playing right now. But Sean, what do you think about that game?
Joe Burrow isn't playing, and if the Steelers beat the Bengals, we clinch the AFC North, and then I don't have to worry about the last couple of weeks. We're not getting the 1 seed anyway, so I don't really care if we lose the other couple games. If we win this week, I'm happy, and I'll be focusing again in week 18 in the wild card.
So do you think they're going to win, or you want them to win, obviously?
If we don't beat the Bengals without Joe Burrow, I might have to reconsider my thoughts on Ben Roethlisberger staying with the team next year.
Damn.
All right.
I like that.
Damn.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
See, I think I'm going to do it just off of the line that they're giving. It's 12.5. And that line, I really think the Bengals cover that line. I'm not saying they're going to win. I really think they cover that 12.5. Really, really do.
It's not as bad as the Jets against the Seahawks being 13, and then the line by the end of the game was 16. So, or before the game was 16.
Nick, there's nothing to talk about.
We're not talking about it,
unfortunately.
A whole episode.
But honestly, honestly, listen, going off the Steelers, listen, Sean, I'm very happy for you, dude. It must be fun to have a winning team. Matt, you too. Nick and Connor are not so lucky, but the Steelers. Listen, the Steelers are 11-2. You can't take anything away from them. I do think that the last 2 weeks that they lost to two good teams. I think Washington's coming on hot, to be honest with you. Bills, I honestly think, are going to be in the AFC Championship game. So listen, they're 2 losses. If I'm a Steelers fan, like as Sean, I'm not too phased, especially playing the Bengals this week. This should be a lock. They should take the AFC North. They should be chilling. So I'm not too concerned for the Steelers this week.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens on Monday. We got a while until then. But now, because Tom brought it up and I didn't, we're going to talk about the Dolphins.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, we're also going to bring it up because Tom loves the quarterback that's going against my team this week, being Pat's Dolphins. Cam Newton is stepping onto the field against the Dolphins. But
listen,
very good.
Yeah.
Tom,
listen,
the goods, getting the dub against the Dolphins. I'm obviously saying no. He's got no shot.
I think Dolphins are taking this one. The defense looks phenomenal. Honestly, Cam and that Patriots offense looks a total mess. They clearly don't trust him to throw the football. They're trying to rely too heavily on running it. They're very one-dimensional. The Dolphins defense should eat this up. And honestly, I think the Dolphins offense they're gonna do good, but I think the defense is really gonna take them to the dub this week. So I think Dolphins are taking this one.
Yeah, I think Dolphins take this one. But I think it's gonna be a close game because the Patriots I think they're playing to still keep their playoff hopes alive. But with the Dolphins they picked off Patty Mahomes 3 times.
They did.
And recovered a fumble. They forced 4 or 5 turnovers in that game.
It's
against
crazy.
the Super Bowl favorites. So I think the Dolphins take it.
Yeah, Mahomes has only thrown 5 picks all year. 3 of them just came from the Dolphins. That just speaks volumes about the Dolphins defense right there.
You can see with the just off the stats. I mean, Tua is throwing the ball now. He's actually producing more offense than he was weeks before. So it's going to come with time.
He's starting.
And it always helps to develop when you have a stellar defense like that. That's why I hope the world for Daniel Jones that he does not play this week because he is so hurt, guys. They said he's going to play this week, Daniel Jones. They said he's going to play.
What's he dealing with?
Hamstrings. What are we doing?
Hamstring.
Oh my God, take him out. Put Colt McCoy.
Another fumble.
Yeah, Colt McCoy turned the ball over in 2 weeks ago.
I believe
it was a minimum.
I think he
against Seattle.
He had. I think he had a turnover that game. And I think he only threw 100 yards, but he made really good decisions. McCoy. He made the passes he needed to make. But honestly, as a Giants fan, to be honest with you guys, a couple weeks ago, I thought the Giants were going to win the division, to be honest with you. But looking how Washington's come out these last couple weeks, and honestly, Alex Smith, if he stays healthy and he's okay, I hope his leg's doing good because I know he had to come out in the last game. But Alex Smith looks incredible and is easily going to win comeback player of the year. And that Washington defense, that front line really knows how to pressure quarterbacks. So I think Washington is going to take it. Yeah, Chase Young looks great. And listen, honestly, I can live with Washington taking the division. I mean, obviously, everyone thought the Eagles and Cowboys were going to be the front runners this year. Totally collapsed. So the division's wide open, and honestly, I think teams are starting to respect Washington a little more, especially after these last couple of weeks how they've been playing. So,
well, why, as a Giants fan, you would want to win this division? Why would you not want a good pick? Your team is not great. You need a.
Well, our teams. Yeah. Our defense. Yeah, our defense is good.
Our defense looks great.
Our offense looks horrible.
If it were to end today, Sean, at this point, the Giants would probably have 10 or 12. that pick. So it's not going to matter.
That's good enough. They're on the up.
They're not going to move down the line when you have the Bengals, the Jags, and the Jets have no more than 2. They have 3 wins combined, those 3 teams. So they're not gonna move down the ladder anymore.
What a stat! What a stat!
Take a receiver and help that offense. If you're in the 20 range, you're not getting anyone good enough to actually help you.
But I don't see them. I don't know.
Speaking of the Jets, I think someone said it on PS4. Matt, I think you asked Joe and Nick. I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you think this Jets team is worse than the 0-16 Detroit Lions?
I don't even remember what you said.
Yeah. I this Jets team in all facets of its existence is horrible.
It's historical.
It's historically bad. They can't stay healthy. They have no chemistry. COVID opt-outs have also, like CJ Mosley's not playing, which I have seen literally 0 CJ Mosley. So that was a great signing 2 years ago. Yeah, they have Adam Gase. They don't even have a defensive coordinator anymore.
Love Adam Gase.
The whole thing is just a mess. We talked about this on last week's episode. There needs to be a complete and total revamp. I mean, it's just that plain and simple. And don't use the number 1 pick. That's my personal perspective.
Actually, I actually do want to go off to something because us 4 have talked about this. But Sean, quick question for you. So do you put a lot of blame on Sam Darnold for how this Jets season is going?
God.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
But I also say that because I fully expect the Steelers to trade a 6th rounder.
Yes.
For Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You think?
That's all.
In what circles are you seeing that?
You're taking Trevor Lawrence with number 1 because if you don't, then the
I
think
they're going to.
I need to accept that reality. My personal opinion is that they don't do that. I would rather than trade the first round pick.
I don't think they do that because I think Sam Darnold is he's an average to good quarterback in a really crappy system.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Sam Darnold, given like I said, total revamp, right? A new structure to go off of. I'm not absolving him of any, all responsibility for the Jets' failures, but to say that it's all his fault, he has been given nothing to work with. I mean, he literally for the last 2 seasons has had the Washington football team's wide receiver core rebuilt from 4 years ago. What are you supposed to do with that? That's just one of the many problems. On top of the fact that his rookie wide receiver is injured this year. He's played, I think, 2 or 3 games.
Listen, Nick and Connor. I hear where you guys are coming from, but I'm with Sean and Matt. Where the Jets just aren't going to pass on Trevor Lawrence. They're just not going to with this.
I have to accept that reality.
And listen, it's been a tough 3 years now for Sam Darnold in New York. He hasn't been in a great system. I do though think
one year
quarterback
was okay.
Yeah, 1 year was fine, but I think I think he could play
7,
quarterback in this. He can play quarterback in this league. I think he might have to go to a backup role, almost kind of like where Sean's getting at here, where it might not be bad for him to sit behind someone like Big Ben or a veteran quarterback to learn and then go out and kind of be the successor. It might not be a bad option for him because I think right now, his mentality, his mechanics, his way of seeing the field's damaged, to be honest with you, with the amount of pressure he's under every week throwing.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see after next season.
It's just Sam Darnold's career in New York is over. It just simply is. Because they need to fully revamp. It's over. He's not coming back because if the team is so historically bad and you need to revamp, you start with the quarterback. You start with the most prioritized position in the game because when you have the number 1 pick and you have the God, apparently, that is Trevor Lawrence, that everyone claims that he's the next coming of Jesus, you don't pass on him. You never, ever pass on that. So Sam Darnold it's time for a smaller market for him.
I'm sure if they do pass him, I'm sure the Jags would love to have him over Mike.
I'm sure it would also be the worst draft selection since Franklin Ntilikina in the James Dolan Phil Jackson. It would be that bad.
With all the Darnold hate, I would rather have him than Daniel Jones.
Wow.
Listen.
Wow.
Honestly, Sean, Sean's onto something though. Yeah,
he's all over it.
That's 2. That's 2 for Sean today.
2 on the day. He's killing it.
Jesus.
He's two on all of us. That's a hot take.
Listen.
That is
honestly,
a hot take.
It's a really hot take, but I see where Sean's coming from, because if you look at the numbers, Daniel Jones, since he started quarterback, has turned the ball over, I think, the second most from a quarterback perspective. He turns it over a lot. I think he has talent. He's got great speed, as we've seen. I mean, he runs so fast, he trips himself up with no one around him. We've seen that. I think he has all the potential, but he's shown that he cannot play under pressure. If he has any sort of disruption, he kind of panics a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you chalk that up to his O-line, or do you think that that's just his mentality as a quarterback? He needs to be, he can't scramble.
Listen, I think
he's a pocket passer.
It's a combo. I think it's a combo of both. I think that Daniel Jones, like any other quarterback that's entered into this league, he needs kind of a learning curve a little bit. It's much different playing, when you're playing at Duke versus playing in the NFL. There's a big difference, huge difference. Yeah. And offensive line for the Giants has been inconsistent this year. They've had great weeks where they look like, they have potential, where they've been able to block for the run, to block for Daniel Jones, give it time. Even when Colt McCoy was under there, they looked good. But then they've had moments where they've looked atrocious, and it's just been nonstop, the quarterback getting hit, and that's why he turns it over. So I don't know, it's too early to tell, but the Giants need to kind of revamp that offense a little bit.
We need an emotional roller coaster for Daniel Jones when it comes to week in and week out.
Their defense looks terrific with Bradbury. He looks really, really well. Like he plays. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl corner, in my opinion.
I believe he's out this week, though. He is out.
He's easily top 5 corner this year.
Yeah.
I believe he's also not playing, though, which you're depleting the best part of the Giants team, which is the defense, and you're going against the Browns team who is not happy after losing that great game.
Honestly, guys, it just came to my mind. We got the Battle of the Birds this week. I think we got the Eagles-Cardinals this week for football. And I think we should talk about the quarterback changeover in Philly with Jalen Hurts under center now, getting his first win.
Like a brand new
Sean, please. Yeah, Sean, lead us off. You seem very excited for this conversation.
Oh my God, I have been waiting for this.
Oh wait, hold on. Sean is the biggest Carson Wentz hater, and I fully support it. So I got.
And I'm second.
I don't like him either.
So I have been saying for years that he was not a good quarterback.
Baby.
Because if you pull yourself out of a game when it's your first playoff game that you've ever played, and you're going to pull yourself out, so a 38-year-old whose tendon is not attached to his bone is going to play over you, you need to get out. You're not an NFL quarterback.
Absolutely not.
Game,
soft.
Jalen Hurts is a talented
$1 million, Philadelphia. Take a second-round rookie, and he's already doing better than your quote-unquote MVP caliber quarterback.
It's
the future.
It's fantastic. It really is. He did, Sean, what CBS does every. They take the knee. Where they throw on like Ferris Bueller, like when they're going up against Sunday Night Football, they just take a knee. Carson Wentz said, "Fuck that! I'm not playing football anymore." He took a knee. It's disgraceful.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Jalen Hurts.
Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. He's turning the offense around.
They just knocked off the Saints.
Guys, a great big win.
Also, Taysom Hill,
really good team.
Allowed a 100-yard rusher since like 2014 or something, and they let up 2 this week. Jalen Hurts being one of them.
Oh yeah,
that's impressive.
Oh yeah, and we have the Cardinals, who are, they beat the Giants, but
the Cardinals are inconsistent though. It's unfortunate.
It's been very inconsistent for them.
They're on their way though.
No, but
who's got the prediction for the win? Who's got the win prediction?
I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
I'm taking the Cardinals. I don't trust Jalen Hurts yet.
I just think Kyler Murray's a great quarterback.
That line is safety though. I just looked up. The line is 6 for the Cardinals giving. They're giving 6.
So
that is
but I know Marcus and I have talked. He's brought it up a lot, and I agree with him. But I think Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
I don't think that is that hot of a take, to be honest with you, especially after watching Lamar Jackson this season. It's not. Lamar Jackson, I think, had his time in the sun, but he's kind of proven that, he's all talk about, I'm not just a running quarterback. I'm not just a running quarterback. He he is a running quarterback. And if he doesn't develop a pass game, it is what it is what it is.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. The problem with Lamar Jackson is he's a run first quarterback. He's not a pass first quarterback. He's already looking to take off before the play even starts. And he's only throwing 100 yards a game. He's doing everything on the ground. And this is kind of going to the point that where the Pats are in issues is with Cam is they're not throwing the ball enough. They're very one dimensional. They're relying on their quarterback to do all
easy to
these
figure
running
out.
plays. Listen. Yeah, it's easy to figure out. Honestly, I understand. I mean, Lamar Jackson is one of the best rushing quarterbacks you've ever seen. He's very explosive. But the problem is with him is he's kind of developing bad habits as a quarterback. Quarterback, you're known to throw the football. That should be your number one priority. And he's not throwing it enough. And he's missed a lot of open passes that he needs to hit. To be honest with you, so
it's also a similar situation to Cam, where they're fundamentally built different. Just physically speaking. I mean, you keep putting your body on the line out there and you can't get comfortable in the pocket to drop back and make a pass. I mean, sooner or later, defensive backs and they're not going to just lay it on you. They're going to lay it on you. And I don't think is built to take the kind of hits that Cam is. And then I'm not saying it's going to be necessarily a similar path, but for him to take his game to the next level, he absolutely needs to balance out the proportions of his game and actually utilize, the receiving core on the Ravens. 100 yards a game. That's sad. It's very sad.
Now we're running out of time here. So I want to go on to this concept, the big day in February, Super Bowl. Who do we like right now to get in? I'll start by saying I think it's the Chiefs Super Bowl to lose. And I think they'll go up against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron Rodgers is looking really good. Devontae Adams is looking good. And then the Chiefs are just all around a great team. So I think
the most complete team we've seen in years. Complete team we've seen in years.
So I think it's going to be a Chiefs-Packers Super Bowl.
So we got 2 for Chiefs-Packers.
I like the idea of Chiefs Saints. I really, really hope that Drew Brees is healthy soon. I don't know what the situation is going to be with his ribs. He's also, he's also just getting up there. He's 40 years old. I'd love to see Chiefs Saints. I still think it's the Chiefs to lose. They're just a better team than really. If you look at them on paper, I know on paper, you look at them on paper, they're better than any other team in the NFL right now. I'd say every position almost. And so as much as I'd like to say Chiefs Saints, if you have Taysom Hill in there, I don't have much confidence in the Saints making it through the NFC side of the playoffs. So I would have to go with the Packers. Although while Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are playing well, I will say that I feel like the best games we've gotten out of Aaron Rodgers this season is when he's beating up on a bad team. I don't think the Packers are bulletproof by any stretch of the imagination. So I think the NFC is much more of a toss-up than the AFC. But if I had to guess, I'd say Chiefs-Packers.
Chiefs-Packers. Tom, what we got?
So for me, I said it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like you guys have said, it's gonna be Chiefs-Packers, and I just don't see Rodgers or Mahomes losing a game. You're seeing how the two of them are playing. They're on another level. They're just locked in. They just win. Aaron Rodgers is just playing just his best football I've seen him play. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to end up winning MVP, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
But I do think just the Chiefs to lose. I'm not even that high on the Chiefs defense. I'm just high on their offense because you've got the best quarterback in the league. You've got the best tight end in the league. You've picked up a great young running back in the draft this year. With Edwards-Helaire, and honestly, Tyreek Hill is an incredible wide receiver with breakaway speed. I just think they can match any team and go touchdown for touchdown. It's going to shootout with them, and they're just going to win every time.
He's been there before, and he can do
it.
They also have Le'Veon Bell.
So I was going to say. Two star running backs.
Yep.
Yep. Who we got in the bowl, my friend?
Well, I have to break from you guys.
I knew it was happening. That's why I picked you last.
I am going to go with a full-strength Pittsburgh Steelers. Full strength.
You should see me collapse.
He's killing it today. Killing it.
versus the Packers.
Oh, they're fake. They're
2010
fake.
rematch. I'm telling you, with Spillane back in at middle linebacker with a full strength secondary, Joe Hayden's only been out with a concussion. He's going to be back. I'm not worried about him.
Steelers are not making the AFC
The
Championship.
Steelers are
game.
going
Sorry,
1-2 to end the season. As far as I'm concerned.
In the AFC, there's gonna be a lot of teams that give the Chiefs a run for their money. There's the Bills, you got the Colts, you got the Titans, you got the Steelers.
The Colts are not giving them a run for their money.
I don't. But
Sean,
I don't think the Colts. I don't think the Colts are giving.
What do you think for NFC, Sean? I knew you're going to pick the Steelers, but NFC, who they going up against if they get there?
I think it's a 2010 rematch. Big Ben versus Aaron Rodgers. Comeback player of the year versus MVP.
The Pack. It's
Alex Smith
we're all in on
Alex Smith.
Unbelievable. The bias is unbelievable.
You gotta love
it's disgusting.
You gotta love it. But that'll do it for this episode of Next Man Up. Thank you for tuning in. We are back. We are so excited. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, SportsMe at Next Man Up Sports Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'll be up. It already is up, but we'll be posting there very, very shortly.
That's where all of our episodes are going now.
Yeah.
Be back.
We're back.
Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Get ready.
Fasten the seatbelts.
And good night.